Hi my dear students, welcome to this session. My dear students, we have now understood a few basic concepts of health insurance. Now, in this module, let us try to understand the insurance documentation. See, documentation, we might have come across this word a lot. It is important word in the life of every individual. We have to document everything. See, you have to give proof for everything, right? Written evidence can be the only proof for everything, that too especially when we want to claim. See, finance, no? See, now we will learn about this concepts. Introduction of this. See, in the insurance industry, we deal with a large number of forms, documents, etc. See, when you call an agent, you will be worried about the papers he bring in. Am I right? In this chapter, we will learn through the various documents. It's very important, right? And their importance in an insurance contract. See, here it also gives an insight to the exact nature of each form, how to fill it, and the reasons for calling specific information, why they ask for these informations. See, now we are going to learn about a few concepts like what is a proposal form, acceptance of the proposal. We call in short this as an underwriting, right? And the third one which we are going to learn is the prospectus. We might have understood about the prospectus. And then when we pay, we get a receipt, right? We call it as premium receipt. See the importance of having the premium receipt, right? And then how to document, that is the policy document, and there is a few concepts like conditions and warranties also. And then how to endorse it, we call it as endorsements, and then how to interpret the policies, that we call it as interpretation of policies. Now let us learn all these concepts one by one. The first and foremost we saw is the proposal form. Now what is a proposal form? In this insurance, it is a contract which is reduced in writing to your policy. See, when you fill a form, this is over. So now this insurance documentation is not limited to issuance of policies alone, as there are many intermediaries, like we call them as brokers, agents, who operate between them. It is possible that an insured and his insurer may never meet, that is the company and the customer, they never meet. The insurance company comes to know the customer. How he comes to know about the customer? And his or her, anyone may be, the insurance needs of them only from the documents that are submitted by the customer. So the company learns everything only from the document. Can you understand? Now, such documents also help the insurer, that is the customer, to understand the risk better. So based on that we can understand it, right? Now, so thus the documentation is required for the purpose and bringing understanding and clarity between insured and insurer, again the company and the customer, they get an understanding, right? So now these documents, there are certain documents that are customarily used in the insurance business, that is regularly they use these forms, okay? So now the insurance agent, being the person closest to the customer, has to face the customer and clarify all doubts about the documents involved and help him or her in filling them up. See, you remember most of the cases we just sign the form alone. All the things are filled up by the agents, right? So now the proposal forms. What are these forms? The first stage of documentation is basically the proposal form through which the insured informs, that is all the customers, they inform it. What are the informations they give here? Who he or she is, that is who am I, right? What kind of insurance he or she needs. See, we have to decide the policy type, okay? And then they go to the third one, that is details of what he or she wants to insure, what they want to do, and at last mainly the period, that is for what period of time, how many number of years may be here, okay? So now risk assessment by the insurer, based on the form they do this. See here, the proposal form is to be filled in by the proposer for furnishing all material informations. See, all the informations what we discussed, okay, required by the insurer in respect of a risk in order to enable the insurer to decide. Now they have to decide what they are going to decide, whether to accept or refuse to grant the insurance, okay. And secondly, what they do is, in the event of acceptance of the risk, to determine the rates, terms and also the conditions of the cover to be granted. What is the policy, okay. This proposal form, this also contains information which are useful for the insurance company, okay, to accept the risk offered for insurance. So this form gives a clarity for both customer and company, okay. See, the principle of utmost good faith and the duty of disclosure of material information begin with the proposal form for insurance. The duty of disclosure of material information arises prior to the inception of the policy, that is here before the policy starts, okay, and continues throughout the period of insurance and even after the conclusion of the contract, that is after the contract is over. Now let us see one example, okay. See here in this example, in the case of personal accident policy, okay, that is meant for accidents, okay. If the insured has declared in the proposal form, that is the first form which we fill up, okay, that he does not engage in motor sports or horse riding, they don't go for any races, okay. He has to ensure, that is the person, he has to ensure that he does not engage himself in such pursuits like again motor sports, horse riding, like that throughout the policy period until his policy is there. He should not engage in those things. This is called as a material fact for the insurer who will be accepting the proposal based on these facts and pricing the risk accordingly, okay. Now this proposal forms, actually they are printed by the insurers. Usually what they have is the insurance company's name they will have, and then they will have the logo, that is the company design, okay, address, and then the class, or we can call it as type of insurance, sometimes they call it as product also, okay, that is used for. It is customary for the insurance companies to add a printed note, a line, okay, in the proposal form, though there is no standard format or practice in this regard. This declaration in the proposal form, this printed line, we call it as declaration. What is that? Insurance companies usually add a declaration at the end of the proposal form, the last line before you sign, okay, to be signed by the proposer. This ensures that the insured takes the pain to fill up the form accurately, that is, all data should be right, and has understood the facts given therein, that is, he has understood the policy. Okay, so that at the time of a claim, when we go for claim, there is no scope for disagreements on account of misrepresentation of facts, that is, nothing is told wrong. Okay, this also serves to stress the main principle of utmost good faith. See, this word is very, very important. And disclosure of all the material facts on the part of the insured, that is, we have given everything clearly. The declaration converts the common law principle of utmost good faith, this is converted to a contractual duty of utmost good faith. This is your duty. Okay. So now we will see certain standard form for declaration. The IRDAI, Insurance Regulatory Development Authority of India, they have specified the format of the standard declaration in the health insurance proposal. See here what you will have. First one, I, if it is a single policy. If it is a joint, then we will have use the word we. I or we hereby declare on my behalf, or if it is a joint, on behalf of all persons, that is, all the people who are insured, to be insured, that the above statements, what you have given in the policy form is what meant by above statements, answers and or particulars given by me are true, that is, reality, and it is complete in all respects. You have given all the informations, okay, to the best of my knowledge, and that I or we are authorized to propose on behalf of these other persons. If it is a joint policy, you should get the authorization. Single, then no need. The second type is, I understand that the information provided by me will form the basis of the insurance policy, is subject to the board approved underwriting policy of the insurance company, and that the policy will come into force only after full receipt of the premium chargeable. Only when we pay the premium, we enter into the policy. Okay. The third declaration what we may have is, I or again we further declare that I will notify in writing. Everything should be given in writing. That is what here it means. Any change occurring in the occupation, that is our job when we switch over, or general health of the life to be insured, or proposer after the proposal has been submitted, but before communication of the risk acceptance by the company, in between time, the policy form filling and the premium paying time. Okay. I declare and consent to the company seeking medical information from any doctor or from a hospital who at any time has attended on the life to be insured or the proposer, or from any past or present employer concerning anything which affects the physical or mental health of the life to be assured or proposer, and seeking information from any insurance company to which an application for insurance on the life to be assured has been made for the purpose of underwriting the proposal or claim settlement. This is another type. The next one is, we may have, I authorize the company to share information pertaining to my proposal, including the medical records, for the sole purpose, there is only one purpose, of proposal, underwriting or claims settlement, and with any governmental or regulatory authority. Now, what are the questions we may have in the proposal form? Nature of questions in a proposal form. The number and nature of questions in a proposal form, see, this also vary according to the class of insurance concerned. See, first one, in personal lines like health, personal accident and travel insurance, the proposal forms are designed to get information about the proposer's health. And then second one, what is the way of life and habits, and next they may give pre-existing health conditions. How is your health now? Medical history, hereditary traits, the past insurance experience, like this. Okay. Role of the intermediary is the next part. The intermediary has a responsibility towards both parties, insured and insurer, company and customer. See, an agent or a broker who acts as the intermediary between both of us, right? Between the insurance company and the insured, that is the customer, has the responsibility to ensure all material information about the risk is provided by the insured to the insurer, customer to the company. Now, here the IRDAI regulation provides that intermediary has responsibility towards the client. They have to take care of their customers also. The important duty of an intermediary towards prospect, that is, we call them as client or customer. The IRDAI regulation states that an insurer or its agent or other intermediary shall provide all material information in respect of a proposed cover to the prospect to enable the prospect to decide on the best cover that would be in his or her interest. What they want, they can select, because this is also a product where the prospect depends upon the advice of the insurer, company or his agent or an insurance intermediary. They may be from the company or outside also. Such a person must compulsorily advise the prospect in a fair manner. That is, they should say all the truth. Where for any reason the proposal and other connected papers are not filled by the customer, a certificate may be incorporated at the end of the proposal form from the customer. That is, they have to give that the contents of the form and documents have been fully explained to him. He has understood everything, and that he has fully understood the importance of the proposed contract. He has understood everything clearly. Okay. And then next is the acceptance of the proposal, that is the underwriting. This is the next step. Okay. So, here a completed proposal form, either filled by the customer or agent, should have information like details of the insured, details of the subject matter, the type of cover required, that is a policy sum like that, details of the physical features, either it may be positive or rarely it may be negative also, previous history of insurance and loss. These are all the informations. Next is, in the case of health insurance proposal, the insurer may also refer the prospective customer, for example, above 45 years of age, to a doctor or for medical checkup. We have to undergo the medical checkup if it is after 45. Based on the information available in the proposal where medical checkup has been advised, based on the medical report and the recommendation of the doctor, what he has said, the insurer now he takes the decision. Okay. Sometimes where the medical history is not satisfactory, that is the customer is having any problem, an additional questionnaire to get more information is also required to be obtained from the prospective client. Here it means, right, the customer. The insurer, he then decides about the rate to be applied, that is the premium may increase now, to the risk factor and calculates the premium based on various factors which is then conveyed to the insured, that is the client, customer. Okay. The proposals are processed by the insurer, that is the insurance company, with speed, very fastly they do it nowadays, and efficiency, and all decisions thereof are communicated by it in writing. I told you earlier it should be in writing alone within a reasonable period. Nowadays they do it in 2 or 3 days. The third one is the prospectus. What is this prospectus? A prospectus is a document issued by the insurer or on its behalf to the prospective buyers of insurance. It is usually in the form of a brochure or leaflet, and also it serves the purpose of introducing a product to such prospective buyers. It is more or less seller and buyer relationship only. Okay. Here the issue of prospectus, it is governed by the Insurance Act 1938 as well as by Protection of Policyholders Interest Regulations 2002 and also the Health Insurance Regulations 2013 of the IRDAI. See, here the prospectus of any insurance product should clearly state the scope of benefits, the extent of insurance cover, and also explain in clear manner the warranties, exceptions and conditions of the insurance cover. The allowable riders, which is also called as add-on covers on the product, should also be clearly stated with regard to their scope of benefits, what are all the advantages, and then it also the premium related to all the riders put together should not exceed, it should not go beyond, okay, 30% of the premium of the main product. Other important information which a prospectus should also disclose includes, the first one is any differences in covers and premium for different age groups and for different entry ages. The second one is renewal terms of the policy, that is when should we renew. The third important one is terms of cancellation of policy under certain circumstances, how to cancel. The fourth one is the details of any discounts or loading applicable under different circumstances, under various situations. The next one is the possibility of any revision or modification, any change of the terms of the policy, including the premium also. The next one is any incentives to reward policyholders for early entry, continued renewals, favorable claims, experience, etc. with the same insurer. You get a bonus here, that is what it means. A declaration that all its health insurance policies are portable, which means that these policies can be renewed with any other insurer who offers similar cover with the same benefits he would have enjoyed had he continued with the existing insurer. We can switch on from one insurer to other insurer. The next concept is the premium receipt. When the premium is paid by the customer to the insurer towards premium, the insurer, that is the company, is bound to issue a receipt. They have to give a receipt for the amount received. A receipt is also to be issued in case any premium is paid in advance. The customers may pay the premium in advance also. What is the definition for this term premium? See here, the premium is the consideration or amount paid by the insured customer to the insurer company for insuring the subject matter of insurance under a contract of insurance. The payment of premium in advance, which is explained under section 64 5B of the Insurance Act 1938. See, according to this Insurance Act, premium is to be paid in advance before the start of the insurance cover. This is very, very important. So, here the premium has to be paid in advance. Can you understand this? This is an important provision which ensures that only when the premium is received by the insurance company, see, only when the company receives the amount, then a valid insurance contract can be completed. The contract is not over by filling up the form. We have to pay the premium, and the risk can be assumed by the insurance company. Once you pay the premium, the risk is for the insurance company. This section is a special feature of non-life insurance industry in India. What are all the methods? How should I pay the premium? What are the methods of payment of premium? See, the premium to be paid by any person proposing to take an insurance policy or by the policyholder to an insurer may be made by cash. See, nowadays this is not encouraged. We have to avoid payment by cash. Any recognized banking negotiable instrument such as checks, demand drafts you can use. You can also send pay orders, bankers' checks drawn on any scheduled bank in India. The third method is you can also pay by postal money order. Now the new methods are you can use your credit card or you can use your debit card, bank guarantee, or you can use your cash deposit. We can make the payment through internet, which mostly nowadays we use, and then you can do it even by e-transfer also, or else you can also give instructions like direct credits via standing instruction of the proposer or the policy holder or the life insured through bank transfers. This the bank will take up. Any other method or payment as may be approved by the authority from time to time. Like now we use UPI also. The next step is the policy document. Only after paying the premium you get the document. What is this policy document? The policy, it is actually a formal document which provides an evidence of the contract of insurance. See, this document, it has to be stamped. You should have a stamp in accordance with the provisions of the Indian Stamp Act 1899. See, now for this, the IRDAI, Insurance Regulatory Development Authority of India, regulations for protecting policyholders' interest specified what a health insurance policy should contain. That is, what should be in the health insurance document. What should we have? See, first and foremost, we should have the name, right? So, now the first one is the name, if it is single, if it is joint, all the names and addresses of the insured and any other person having insurable interest in the subject matter. Full description of the persons or interest insured. The third one is the sum insured. This is very important, the amount for which you have insured under the policy person or peril wise. The last one is period of insurance. That is very, very important. How many number of years you have insured. The next one is the period of insurance, and then the perils covered and exclusions. The next one is any excess or deductible or else something applicable, the premium payable and where the premium is provisional subject to adjustment, the basis of adjustment of premium. They will calculate the bonus here, okay. The policy terms, conditions and warranties. The action to be taken by the insured upon occurrence of a contingency likely to give rise to a claim under the policy. The obligations of the insured in relation to the subject matter of insurance upon occurrence of an event giving rise to a claim and the rights of the insured in these circumstances. If you have any special thing, any special conditions, and then the provision for cancellation of the policy on grounds of misrepresentation or sometimes fraud or non-disclosure of material facts or non-cooperation of the insured. Here, if the customer is giving any wrong information. And then the next one is the address of the insurer to which all communications in respect of the policy should be sent. The details of the riders, if any, the details of grievance redressal mechanism and address of the ombudsman. The next one is the conditions and warranties. Here, it is important to explain two important terms which is regularly used in the policy wordings. What are they? The conditions and warranties. What is a condition? See, the condition is, it is a provision in an insurance contract which forms the basis of the agreement. Second one, as I told you, is warranties. What is this? Warranties are used in an insurance contract to limit the liability. Here we limit the liability of the insurer under certain circumstances. The company here limits it. The insurers also include warranties in a policy to reduce the hazard. With a warranty, the insured undertakes certain obligations that need to be compiled within a certain period of time, and also during the policy period, and the liability of the insurer depends on the insured's compliance with these obligations. See again, the warranties is very important, play an essential role in managing and improving the risk. A warranty is a condition expressly stated in the policy which has to be literally complied with for validity of the contract. See, this warranty is not a separate document, it is a part of the policy document. The next one which we are going to see here is endorsements. What do you mean by endorsements here? See, it is the practice of the insurers to issue policies in a standard form. They have a standard form covering certain perils and excluding certain others. Okay. See, what is this? We will learn the definition first. See, if certain terms and conditions of the policy need to be changed, we want to change it. At the time of issuance, it is done by setting out the amendments or changes through a document called endorsement. So, endorsement means changing something in the policy document. See, it is attached to the policy and forms part of it. The policy and the endorsement together, both together, make up the contract. Endorsements may also be issued during the currency of the policy to record changes or amendments. The next one which we are going to see is the interpretation of policies. The contracts of insurance are expressed in writing, and the insurance policy wordings are drafted by insurers. These policies have to be interpreted according to certain well-defined rules of construction or interpretation which have been established by various courts. When they get some cases, they establish. The most important rule of this construction is that the intention of the parties must prevail, and this intention is to be looked for in the policy itself. We have to understand everything from the policy. If the policy is issued in an ambiguous manner, that is some confusion, it will be interpreted by the court in favor of the insured, that is the customer, and against the insurer company, okay, on the general principle that the policy was drafted by the insurer. The company has drafted it. So, here in this session, we have understood the concepts of insurance documentation in detail. In the next session, let us understand the underwriting, what is meant by underwriting, and who are the third party administrators, and also the guidelines regarding portability. Okay, thank you students.